No more crumbs left. Do it. I just threw a handful on the ground, so he's hunting for crumbs. So that's one thing that I do, like if they're ready to work before I am, I'm setting stuff up, I'll just like break and throw a handful while I prep everything. So we're working in a new spot today, aligned with where my rabbit hangs out. So his nose is going. So the goal is just working on engagement, maintaining that engagement around something that he would like to chase. So if he just looks back up at me, I actually missed an opportunity to mark right there because he looked at the rabbit and looked back at me. So he basically made a really good choice that I didn't mark. So it's possible the mat being there is putting him in a situation where he feels compromised. He's like, dude, that's like way too close. It's gonna be really hard for me to make a good choice going that close to this rabbit. So you can see like on that rep, for example, I'm gonna move it and see if I get a little bit better. So you can see right there, like he's looking at her, he's really uncomfortable. So I'm gonna move it again for him. So I want him to be successful because he's making really good choices. But if I start to up the criteria too fast, he's going to fail. And you can see in his body language as we're working, he's like, dude, this is too close, this is too close, this is too close. And if I say, no, you're doing this, then he's going to potentially fail and react. And then that becomes totally my fault because he was screaming, I can't do this. And I'm like, do it, do it, do it. So there's a difference between me saying, no, do it, and then me saying, no, buddy, I think you got this. Let me hold your hand through it. Which is what doing it this way does. And then I can build proximity to the fence if I wanted to the rabbit. But this is a really tough one for him, guys. Like he comes out here and he's hunting for her instantly. Like he catches her scent in the air. So I'm gonna add a little movement on my end and not remain a stationary handler, just so that helps him. Movement creates movement, right? So if I move a little bit, that helps him. That helps him become a little bit more in motion. And if he's in motion, he's not going to be standing there staring. He's not going to be still staring at her. So she's hopping along a lot right now. I'm going to add a bit of motion. Instead of saying break again, I gave him a second to make a choice. Nope. Good. So my no has been charged with a squirt bottle. If you've missed that video, go back and watch it. I don't need to say it again. I don't need to have it follow up with a consequence again. That being said, I will at some point. Don't expect your no to just last and have value forever. But I knew that it still did. It still carried weight there, so I knew I was going to be able to use it to stop him. And also made sure to change my tone, made it a little bit more serious there. I just realized that I had my bird feeder here. So there's a lot of birdseed on the ground, so I don't know if he's going to try to pick at that or not. Choice. So it's interesting to see that choices in general cloud his thought process a lot, right? So you've seen as I've worked through him where you think that it's just when he has to make choices, I dropped a piece, surrounding people and not biting them. But choices in general, me or the rabbit, me or the rabbit, attack the rabbit, work with this person, attack the rabbit, work with, you can see how conflicted he gets when there's choices that he has to make about anything. And those are the situations where advocating for him is where you're going to do best. Like there's no point of forcing anything because he needs to work through that. And when he starts to get more confident in his decision making, his whole body language is going to change. So you can see I took a step towards the mat to help him. I'm pretty confident I can get the mat thing, like the place thing, 99% of the time. I'm just still not really naming it. A lot of the behavior mod stuff, that I do naturally just comes as free shaping in a way. But I could definitely be naming it. So to end his session, I'm just going to dump the rest and away we go.